Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. This morning's topic is going to be the narcissist and the enablers. Think about that. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So let's jump into it. First of all, what is an enabler? An enabler is somebody who allows or facilitates an action or something to happen. In other words, it's like let's take it on a lesser scale. It's like somebody who just agrees with things and just lets them go and surrounds themselves with a certain person and just always agrees and says, yeah, that's right, that's fine, and kind of stands up for that person or protects them or validates them or gives you reasons why that person's behavior is acceptable. So you see, that person is enabling a certain behavior. So probably a good example of an enabler would be in the corporate structure, in the business world, when you have perhaps a boss or CEO or somebody who isn't maybe behaving the best way, and we all know people like that, but they surround themselves with enablers. An enabler will protect them and will say and will deny the wrongdoings that possibly the person is doing, or will just simply say, no, everything's fine, you know, they're getting better, they're working on it, don't be so difficult on them, they're trying, it's just the way they are. All those kind of things. And I know you've heard many of those examples I just mentioned to you. But an enabler is somebody who may enable the narcissist for many different reasons. One reason is an enabler may be a family member. And let's be real, family sticks together. That's the way the families work, usually. Another way of an enabler could be, the enabler could be a flying monkey, which is somebody who will defend the narcissist and do all the dirty work for the narcissist and protect them and get reconnaissance for the narcissist, meaning get information and intel, and report back to the narcissist. Now, the flying monkey may do this on purpose, or they may not even know what they're doing, meaning a flying monkey could just be an innocent person who happens to know what's going on with someone else, and they report back to the narcissist. The whole time, the narcissist knows what's going on, and they're manipulating this flying monkey. Another example of a flying monkey could be somebody who knows just what they're doing, and they're trying to get information, and then they will go right back and report to the narcissist because they want to keep the narcissist happy because that's what their job is. And yes, it's their job. Enablers also could be people who simply rely on the narcissist for financial resources. Maybe they're employees or they get money from the narcissist for some reason. And of course, you need to get your money, you need to work, or you need to have income. And an enabler also will look the other way because they need their job and they want their job. And they're probably hoping to rise up the corporate ladder or to get a promotion and things like that. The enablers are everywhere. Now, if you think back on your relationship, the enablers were all around the narcissist. You didn't know it at the time because possibly you were an enabler also if you were in the relationship and you didn't even know it. Because you believed, again, you were in a kind, loving, healthy relationship. You weren't. Another way is, let's say it wasn't romantic, say it was business or a neighbor or a person like that. You could have also been enabling because you saw the actions of the narcissist. Again, at the time you didn't know they were narcissists, but you saw the actions and you said, no, it's okay, I'll just give them a pass again. Let's put up with it, no big deal. That's enabling. It's actually kind of looking the other way and giving them a pass and letting it go. That's human nature. If you do it, excuse me, once or twice. But if it becomes a pattern and you see the poor behavior of a certain person, which in this case is a narcissist, you kind of owe it to yourself to either separate yourself from that situation or, for this video, let's say separate yourself. But enablers are everywhere, and the narcissist needs enablers. They need yes people. Someone that's going to say, yes, you're right, I agree with you. That's perfect. Let's keep doing it that way. Now keep in mind, an enabler will cower. They will succumb to the narcissist's will, which means the enabler may be super intelligent and may have all the answers. Let's say business again. But they know if they say these things in the corporate meeting that the narcissist may crush them and smash them. So they will be quiet, even though they probably have the solutions or the answers to the questions that are being asked. And they may mention the answers casually, but they're not going to be forceful, like, we need to do this, this, this. Why? Because it's the narcissist's job to make the calls. Remember that. So again, this person is a yes person. They will be saying, yes, I agree. Yes, you're right. Let's do it. Completely agree with you. And that's a shame because they're not being true to themselves. They're not being real or genuine. What they're doing is actually they're being cowards. And they're standing by the sidelines just to get a paycheck and to keep the narcissist happy and satiated. And that is one huge problem in the corporate world, but it's also a problem all around the world because the narcissist has so many people fooled and has so many enablers on so many different levels that most people don't even know that A, they are an enabler, or B, that they're involved with a narcissist. It's not until you really peel the layers of the onion back and you understand, wow, something's wrong with this person. Like let's take the business world as an example again. Maybe they had a meltdown in a meeting and everyone else is calm and cool and collected and they're like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? Like, all we did was we missed the quarterly report by 1%. Yeah, I know 1%'s a lot, but let's just say it wasn't that much in this case. And there's a meltdown, and then it happens again next quarter. And then you understand rather quickly who you're dealing with. And you see people get fired around you, and you're like, wow, I don't want to be next. I don't want to be in the chopping block. I better stay in line. That's exactly it's called a dictatorship, and that's how many operations operate. It really is. Now, will you know that in the corporate world? Are they going to come out and tell you, hey, when you go into this meeting with so-and-so, remember, whatever your views and opinions are, just agree with that person and nod your head, and you're going to be fine. If you stand up for yourself and you tell them exactly what you're thinking, things may not go your way, and Monday morning may come, and you may be asked to leave. So it's up to you to figure it out. I've seen so many people come and go in the past 2 years. I would really like to help you out because you're a good person and a good employee. Things like that. If you have been in the business world for any period of time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, that is not a healthy business relationship. It's actually a toxic culture when you can't speak freely and when you can't open up your mind and your opinions and they're not valued. When you're in a boardroom, as an example, and say there are 20 people around you and you're all discussing a project, and you know certain people, when they say certain things, that most people are going to agree with them, not because they're right, but because they don't want to stand up and say, no, I don't agree with that, actually. I think that's the wrong path. We tried that last time, it didn't work. You can't do that because you know it's a dictatorship and you know there are little cliques of flying monkeys and enablers in that boardroom, and pretty soon you'll be gone if you stand up for yourself. So that is another example. But in the romantic relationship, then the enablers are everywhere also. They really are, because the enablers are afraid of being next on the chopping block, or of not appeasing the narcissist, or of losing the narcissist friendship, or let's say friendship. And time again, if you pay attention to the narcissist, you will see that the narcissist has very few long-term friends. The reason why is because they interchange people, because the enablers and the people that are in their lives don't fit the mold. They're not buying the false narrative. They're not believing that this person's actually genuine or real. They caught on to the narcissist early on, and they said to themselves, wait, I don't need to be treated this way. I don't believe in what you're saying, and you're not who I thought you were, and something's not right with you. And eventually, they will come across other narcissists like this, these enablers they're not in the relationship anymore. And they'll figure it out. They're like, wait a minute, something's going on here. Now, did they get as far as we do and put the pieces of the puzzle together? Probably not, because they weren't abused for a long period of time. But they do understand, and they will understand that they don't want to be a part of it. You see, a enabler is someone who's comfortable taking a back seat. They just want to say, yeah, it sounds good, it's fine, I'm comfortable with it, no problem. They're not a doer. They're a follower, and the follower with an enabler. These are the people that know what they're doing. Shame on those people, because they are allowing narcissism to continue on this planet for their own selfish interests. They're not standing up and taking a stance and saying, no, I don't need to do this. I'll find another job, or I'll get another partner, or I don't need your friendship, thank you. Those are the kind of people we need. We need people that stand up for themselves once they understand what they're dealing with. So an enabler is someone who, in my opinion, if they know what they're doing, they're a coward, just like the narcissist. And all they're doing is living on the drama and the nonsense and staying close to the narcissist. So A, it doesn't happen to them, meaning they're not next. Or B, that they're collecting a paycheck, or they need to be in this situation and they become comfortable and they don't want to stand up for themselves. Enablers are everywhere. They're virtually everywhere. And if you think back on your past narcissistic relationship, in any capacity, you will see that the enabler surrounds themselves with the narcissist. And this is like a little protection. It's like a little buffer zone that the narcissist has. It's how they can help themselves. Why is that? Because the enablers can provide the narcissist supply just about whenever they want them. They're not the grade A supply, but they're little mini doses of supply, because the enabler will never say no to the narcissist. They're always going to be the yes person. Yes, sounds good. Yes, I agree. Yes, yes, yes. That's what happens. So guys, I hope you liked the video. I love doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Stay blessed. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the afternoon. Bye-bye.